into the fourth dimension.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of Triumph Over Lockdown. Had a little bit of an internet problem there. I don't know why I didn't connect on time, so sorry for being a couple of minutes late. So tell me where you're coming in from. Share this out to groups that you're in. Tag friends. There's going to be a really nice meditation today. This is all about helping us, generally getting through the lockdown. Dealing with all these emotions, these thoughts, these body sensations that are kind of pulling us off track and making life difficult, basically, and causing us a lot of suffering. But generally speaking, the skills that you're going to learn here that we're working on, the exercises, the meditation, the breathing, the conversation is all about helping us get through life in general. It's not just about lockdown time. So this is, good stuff for life, right? Teach your children, teach your friends, teach your family. It's all about passing this on, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just passing this on to whoever is interested in listening. I'm just basically opening up my market table and putting my best produce on the table, and whoever wants to come along and take it is welcome. I'm not making any of this stuff up. I'm learning this stuff. I've learned this stuff over the years. I've had my mentors and teachers. I've had my experience and the wisdom that I've developed over time. It's not mine, okay? There's nothing new under the sun. I'm just providing a channel where I can actually pass this on to people through this channel. And it's one of the best channels I can think of during this time of lockdown. Okay, if it wasn't lockdown, we might be doing events person to person, but this is what we have. So we're talking today about the best parts of me, right? I mean, it's something that we don't really consider a lot of time. What are our resources? What are our resources? A lot of the time when we consider who I am, if I was to say to you, who are you? Define yourself. Well, a lot of the time that you might come out with, okay, I've got, I'm a wealthy person, I'm a poor person, I'm a middle class person, I'm a black person, a white person, I'm whatever, a Chinese person, a Jewish person, Christian person, I'm an English person, a Scottish person, an American person. I'm a mother type person, I'm a father type person, I'm a parent person, I'm a lawyer person, a doctor person, right? So we start to have millions of different labels on how to define who I am, right? But are they really the qualities of a human being? And if I identify with these labels too much, then there's a good chance it's going to cause me a lot of difficulty when I change domains, right? So if I'm in parent mode, identify as being a parent, which I am, and being a parent is really important to me, and I love being a parent. But when I'm in a different domain, so as a partner, as a spouse, or as a worker or an employee, or as whatever domain I'm in, as a friend, if I'm constantly in that parent mindset, I'm not going to be able to lend myself to be mindful with the person I'm with, right? And that's what happens. A lot of the time we get guilt and become distant with the people around us because we're in that other mode and we're not being appropriate to the context that we're in. So the word here is being flexible. All right, we have to be flexible and understand that we have all sorts of different domains in life, and not define ourselves by these hats that we wear. We wear lots of them. All of us are wearing lots of them. And we change them multiple times a day. And sometimes we can wear two hats at the same time, and sometimes we can't. And it's important to be able to have that flexibility of behavior to change hats when needed. And, we don't always spend time looking at ourselves, acknowledging the resources that we have, acknowledging the values and things that are important in our own lives, and then knowing how to take it further. So what I wanted to do was to dedicate today to having a little bit of reflection on ourselves. If that's something that you're interested in, put it in the comments, me or something like that. Come on, give me some kind of interaction here. Otherwise, it's going to be like a one-way lecture every day, right? So the idea is to get some interaction from you, to spread this out, to have a community. Part of the T.R.I.U.M.P. system is the peer-to-peer support that we can give each other. Okay, so basically what I'm using here is the T.R.I.U.M.P. system, which is, it's about transforming our behavior and our habits and, our relationships, okay, and building that support system. So it's really important to me that I be able to transfer this over to you, but it's also important to me that I get some feedback from you. Even if you're just watching this on replay, #replay, give me a sign that that you're watching this. Okay, so we're going to go into part one now, and part one is about our meditational section. And that's really important that we do this consistently on a daily basis. So when you're ready, get yourself comfortable and meet me in a couple of seconds for part one. Okay, wonderful. So we're going to start off with the breathing as we always do. So get yourself comfortable, plant your feet firmly on the ground. Push them into the ground if you can. Hands on your lap or just resting on the side of the chair that you're on. Back straight in the most healthiest posture that you can manage at this moment. Now I'd like you to get into the mindset that you're be reflected in your posture. So that mindset is that you're a whole person, okay? And that the world is going according to the way you would like it. Okay, so we know that that's not going to happen really, is it? Right? But just for this purpose of this exercise, get yourself into a position that you would if everything were really going your way. I'd just like to make a disclaimer. So if you're driving or operating heavy machinery, then stop this right now and you can carry it on later. So breathing in through your nose, holding in your lungs, and breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in, holding, and out through your mouth. Really important to do this. Just let go. It's really important to do this on a daily basis like we're doing. So breathing in, holding it, and breathing out. Really simple, isn't it? But not easy. All we're doing is using our breath. We're influencing our neurological and physiological systems. But for people to do this, and me too, on a consistent daily basis, takes effort. Breathing in, hold it, and breathing out. Wonderful. One more time, breathing in, holding, and breathing out through your mouth, letting go. Just let go. Wonderful. Keep those feet planted firmly on the ground. move around, get yourself a little bit comfortable. I'm going to ask you in a second, invite you to close your eyes or lower your head and gaze at a point on the floor while we do this meditative guided imagery. And the idea is for us to get into touch with ourselves a little. So if you're ready, I invite you now to close your eyes or just look down and gaze at a point on the floor. I'd like you to shift your attention, if you will, just to your breathing. Just your normal breathing in and out. Inhale and exhale, just as you normally would. Notice the rise and fall of your body as you do this. Notice any sensations in your body as you do this. You might find that there's parts of your body that have the sensation of different temperatures. Some parts are warmer, some parts are colder. Just notice this. Breathing in, breathing out. Wonderful. So let's take a look at the best parts of each other. It's hard to build a better future if you don't know your own resources. Knowing your own resources will allow you to use them to build your life of value and guide you and manage you through those difficult challenges and opportunities along the way. Just noticing any thoughts that are coming into your head. Our brain is a thought machine and will manufacture thoughts tens of thousands of times a day. And as you attend to yourself, you may find that these thoughts are disturbing or uncomfortable, joyful, a whole range of thoughts. Just let them be. As you go with me on this journey of discovery, don't try to interfere with any thoughts that come into your head. Just let them come and go. Breathing in and breathing out. You know, touching our vulnerabilities is important too. You may not think of being vulnerable as the best parts of you, but vulnerability is really great potential. It represents an area of your life that you can continue to develop, something that you can grow, being in touch with your vulnerability. And as it grows, it becomes something bigger and better and more fulfilling. In a way, getting in touch with our vulnerability is like planting a seed. Getting in touch with our emotions, it has the potential to be like a big, strong tree. As long as you give it the nutrients it needs, with proper care and a growth mindset, you can turn your vulnerabilities into great resources. Breathe in and out. Some of our other great parts of ourselves are ones that we don't necessarily realize or even acknowledge as much as we should and give gratitude for. With all this in mind, let's take a quick journey. As we know, life isn't always coming up roses, as they say, especially in these days. But it is important to notice some of the amazing things that happens every day. We're all unique. And unique things happen to us as individuals every day. Of course, none of us have achieved or become everything we wish to be in life. But that doesn't mean we are bad people. It might mean that some of our behaviors are not the most useful ones for us or the most healthiest ones for us. And if we can get in touch with our emotions and vulnerability and other resources that we have to bring quality to our life, we can change our behavior to be more adaptive to the life that we live and the life that we want and the qualities that we want to express in it. So on this journey with me, I invite you to find a place of comfort in your mind, a safe place of joy. Now, this place may be some place that you've visited before, or it may be some place that you absolutely make up in your own imagination. It may be realistic, looking like a place that we know on this planet. Or it may be just a make-believe landscape filled where trees are yellow and purple, and the sky is orange and green and psychedelic colors, whatever is good for you. That's the wonderful thing about our imagination. We can use it for wonderful things and not just create doom and gloom of the past and the future. We can create wonderful imaginary scenes that we can live into. So I'd like you to fly up in your imagination into the sky. You're going somewhere completely safe in your own mind. Take a moment to enjoy that weightless feeling in your body as you float and fly through the sky. Knowing that you're completely safe in your own mind. Take a look at the world as you float around. Notice the people, the plants, the buildings. It can look so calm and peaceful from a distance. And you can take yourself somewhere even calmer and more peaceful on this journey. And when you feel ready, you can take yourself even higher, climb through the white puffs of clouds, feeling the mist of future raindrops gently caressing your face. How beautiful the sense of touch. As you fly around in your world, you can see below you your destination. You will know it when you see it. Maybe you will feel it approaching you before you even reach it. Use your senses to discover that wonderful place of yours. That place where you can feel your own resources. Your own resources might just be what seems to be trivial but isn't. How you can look after your children. That beautiful, caring resource. That resource of connection that you may have. That resource of responsibility. That resource of adventure. That resource of self-discipline and motivation that you may have buried inside you. For when you want to do something, you know how to do it. Whatever your resources are. when you land on the ground in the land of your resources, take a long look around you. What does this wonderful place look like to you? Imagine what it smells like. What does it feel like when you're in the land of your own resources? What colors do you see around you? Are there any plants there? Trees? Are there animals here with you in your wonderful resourced place? Maybe there's also people here. Are they people you know that support you? Are they part of your resources, your sense of togetherness, your sense of community, your sense of family? A wonderful resource. Do you see buildings in this special place of yours? What do they look like? As you build your world, as your buildings tall, are they solid? Or are they small and built of soft materials? Remember, your place of resources are whatever you want it to be. It's inside you. You can create whatever you want. Can you hear anything in your world of resources? Maybe you hear the waves of the sea. Maybe you hear soft music playing, or the sound of people laughing. You create it. What sort of place is this? What's happening here that makes you feel safe and connected? In your world, have a look around and see if you can see a building or a cave or some sort of special area that's enclosed. Just make yourself go towards this interesting building or cave and be curious and walk inside. And as you walk inside, you look at the walls and you see they're covered with pictures and photographs and drawings and illustrations. And each of these photographs and illustrations was placed on the wall by a person you know. Your friends, your family, your neighbors, maybe even your hairdresser or your car mechanic, your decorator, your cleaner, gardener, anyone. Even the nice lady that works in the grocery store down the road. And each of these photographs or illustrations represents a little snippet in time from your own life. These aren't necessarily photographs you can find in the real world. They may have never even have been taken. But in your mind's world, they exist. Have a look at them. Each of these pictures represents a time in your life where your valued qualities have shone through. They represent things like times you've helped other people or times you've made people laugh, things you have done to go above and beyond, times you've been a good friend, times you've been a good partner, parent, times you've done well at work or been a good manager, times that you've listened to others, times that you've smiled to people, cheered them up. Times that represent when you've used your resources for yourself and for others. Some of these photographs and illustrations will exhibit your compassion. Some show your humor. Some of these pictures will show your strength in action, physical or emotional. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. As you look around at these pictures, imagine how you would feel if you were able and willing to accept all of these valued qualities that you have. Just take time now to sit with that. Sit with those qualities and valued resources that you have within you. Join with them. Turn up the volume of them inside you. Make them loud and clear. Those wonderful resources of yours. Reconnect. And in your own time, bring your attention back to your breathing as you inhale and exhale. Pay attention to the movement of your body as you breathe. The rhythm of life. I want you to take a few of these pictures and illustrations with you. Put them in your pocket. And in your own mind's eye, make the journey back to this present moment. And in your own time, you can open your eyes come back to the room. Wow. What was that like for you? Oh my goodness. Even though I've done that many times, it's incredible getting in touch with those internal resources, these wonderful values, and how we can use them and appreciate them in ourselves. Wow. So I'd like to have a discussion with you and see how that was for you. In the meantime, we'll have a little break. And we'll come back. In a second. Oh. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me because we're having some internet problem.
Christian Wakefoot.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I join with members from across the House in sending my deepest of condolences to each and every one of the individuals who's tragically passed away as a result of COVID. However, during this extremely difficult time, I have nothing but admiration for the army of volunteers working tirelessly in my constituency and across the country. Will the Prime Minister join me in thanking organisations like the Fed, Jewish Volunteering Network, Heads Up and Porch Boxers, along with all those who've done so much to protect the vulnerable and the needy in Prestwich, Radcliffe and Whitefield?
Mr. Speaker, I will indeed join my honourable friend in paying tribute to those volunteers in his constituency. They join a huge constellation of shining points of light across our country. It's been one of the most extraordinary things. One of the consolations, one of the few consolations of this crisis has been the upsurge, Madam Deputy Speaker, there has been in volunteering.
My dear friend Dov, I was very honored to be invited after the event in the arena to provide some help in training professional teams. I was very happy and glad to work with you and your team and to feel that we've just contributed even a little bit to this huge disaster. I was amazed, actually, to see the resiliency of the people around. I was amazed to see how fast and how rapid the immediate recovery was. I'm sure that many scars have been left because of this event, but on the other hand, I'm so happy that as far as the population could, things went back to normal and people just carried on with their life. I wish everybody the very, very best and peace and safe and take care because of this COVID-19 event, which I really do hope will end soon and we should all go back to our regular life. Again, thank you so much and my best regards. Moshe.
Okay, so we're back again. And thanks for Kenny and Joyce for coming in. Thank you for all of you for joining me. And hope you enjoyed that meditation and it was useful for you. Let me know in the comments, even if you're just watching this in replay. It's always great to be with you and try to contribute my little part on how I can help make life during the lockdown a little bit better. In the meantime, see you tomorrow at the same time.
Into the fourth dimension.
Disclaimer, this show is not therapy, nor a replacement for therapy. Should you wish to inquire about therapy, counseling, life, or executive coaching, please contact Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman at factcpfa@gmail.com, factcpfa@gmail.com. Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman is a highly experienced psychotherapist, executive business coach, and author of the book, Mind Over Terror, 3 weeks, 2 cities, 1 mission. With over 10,000 hours of experience and academic degrees in government, law, clinical social work, and a postgraduate diploma in psychiatry with distinction, Dov has the background to help you. He's also available for public speaking and corporate training.